What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of According to the Content. Hope you guys are continuing to like the video so far. With that being said, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. All right, I'm going to jump right into it, man. I don't want to take too much time, but the trial of the century is here. That's right. P. Diddy's criminal racketeering and sex trafficking case is upon us. Things kicked off this past Monday, May 5th, with jury selection. And for the most part, things went very well. Some would say things went a little bit better than what was expected, considering the circumstances and publicity this trial is going to get. I don't want to make this video too long, so I want to get right into some highlights from the trial this past week. So, first of all, like I said, jury selection began this past Monday. They started with the pool of over 150 potential jurors with the goal to have it whittled down to 45 qualified jurors by Friday. And then out of that 45, they were going to pick 12 to sit on the trial, and then they were going to have another 6 serve as alternates. A lot of potential jurors got dismissed for a number of reasons as well. You had one person who got dismissed because they like to smoke weed and admitted that they could not stop for the length of the trial. Obviously, this is not good, so he got dismissed. Another was dismissed because they know the actual judge that's on the case, and they actually worked with the judge in previous cases as well. So they were colleagues, which is clearly a conflict of interest. Then you had one lady who got dismissed because she stated, and then she doubled down that Diddy could just buy his way out of his legal troubles. When she was asked to clarify what she meant by that, again, she doubled down and said exactly what I wrote. So clearly, she had to get dismissed. So as you can see, they had an interesting cast of characters to potentially serve as jurors. Now, the jury selection process, it lasted for 3 days and was supposed to be finalized Friday, but the judge in the case, whose name is Aaron Submaranian, decided to delay finalizing the final selection due to fears that a lot of the jurors would either drop out or get cold feet over the weekend. So as of now, the plan is to bring all of the potential jurors that made it through the initial rounds. They're going to bring them in on Monday, an hour earlier than normal, and then still proceed with the opening arguments on the same day as scheduled. So again, they're going to bring, I think it's now down to like 43 potential jurors. So they're going to bring them in about an hour earlier than normal. They're going to pick the 12 to serve on the trial. Then they're going to pick the 6 alternates. And again, they're going to try to do this about an hour or so before opening arguments. And then they're going to proceed with the opening arguments on the same day as well. So that's the plan as of now, but we shall see. Um, Second thing that happened that kind of stood out, some possible good news for Diddy. So it appears that the prosecutions or the feds alleged victim number 3 in the case looks like they've gone ghost. They can't be contacted for some reason, even by her lawyer. Her lawyer can't even get in contact with her as well. And it's reported that she may not even testify now. TMZ reported on Friday that this alleged victim never even wanted to cooperate with the feds in the first place, and they never wanted to even testify in the case at all, which is crazy if you ask me. So that begs the question: if this person never wanted to cooperate, they indicated early on that they never wanted to testify, then why would the feds even add this person to the indictment? It's weird if you ask me. And my guess is, and I alluded to this in an earlier video. Make sure you check that out about this case. My I, my guess is that the feds again still have a very, very, very thin case against him, and that this case is so broad and not very clear as to what he's being charged with specifically. And so it's as if they created this alleged victim in hopes that she would eventually come around, and she never did. And it doesn't sound like she will be testifying at all because, again, per the reports that I'm reading, the feds aren't even sure she will appear in court, even though she's been subpoenaed to. So we'll see what happens with that. Lastly, it appears that Diddy's kids have created a Diddy meme coin that was released this week as well. Now, meme coins, if you don't know, in my opinion, they're just scams because they hold no real economic value. I'm not even sure what the real purpose of a meme coin is or why someone would even want to waste their money buying a meme coin. But it is interesting that this coin was released this week as his trial was kicking off. So if I'm just putting my thinking cap on, and if I had to guess, I would assume it's Diddy's family's way to help absorb some of his legal costs and his legal fees, which is costing him in the millions of dollars every single month. Now, yes, I know Diddy was an alleged billionaire, but if you think about it, his money streams have dried up since the Cassie civil lawsuit dropped back in November 2023. And even before that happened, a few months before that, he had lost his liquor deal, which had paid him close to $1 billion over the course of the business relationship. You know, and also think about this for a second. Diddy has 8 lawyers working on his case. 8. He also has personal expenses that he still has to take care of. He has his family's expenses that he has to pay for. His kids are in private school. His um, kids, his other sons, Justin and Christian. Yeah, they're in the entertainment business, but are they really making enough money to afford their lavish lifestyle? No, Diddy's still paying for all that. Remember, he still had to pay out that expensive settlement to Cassie. I'm sure that was in the millions of dollars. And to be honest with you, for the last at least year and a half, 2 years, Diddy hasn't had um virtually any real money coming in, for almost the last 2 years. So I can see why Diddy is possibly taking steps to help preserve some of his wealth and create some cash flow, even if it is short term and temporary. So, all right, there you have it. That was just a quick update about the Diddy trial so far. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try to commit to staying up to date with this trial and what's going on with it and create a video series out of it. I think the goal right now is to probably make at least one update video a week. Now, there's going to be so many interesting things that come out of this trial that some of these videos are going to have to be split up into, two, maybe even three video updates. But, we'll see. Anyway, as always, let me know what y'all think in the comments. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time with another video on According to the Content. Peace.